What's up, y'all? My name's Jesse with Greatt Builds, and in today's video I'm going to be opening up and going over this new Ridgid sliding miter saw. At Home Depot, it looks like they may be discontinuing this line of tools for some reason, so at my local store they were heavily marked down to just around $200. Not really sure the reasoning behind the markdowns, but for that price I couldn't help but go and try it out. Right out of the box, this saw does look really nice and well built, as well as a manageable weight if you need it to move around more often. And here's some of the accessories that come with the saw. It includes this dust collection adapter to connect your shop vac hose, as well as a clamp that most miter saws come with, and a dust collection bag. Now let's get this saw put into its new home. My first impressions is that this saw seems to be more of a compact style saw and has a really nice build to it. This model has the motor placed right above the blade, which looks like it would help with downward force when cutting your pieces. The throat plate does seem a little bit wide, but I do always suggest to make your own zero clearance insert or buy a third-party one just to keep the debris out of that area, as well as help with cleaner cuts. On the left side, it looks like it goes up to a 50-degree cut, and on the right side, it goes up to a 60-degree cut, which would really come in handy. For the bevel, it can cut 45-degree angle on both sides, which is really nice. To adjust that, there's a large orange lever on the back end and can easily change your angle of your saw. A major feature that I wasn't really aware of when I bought the saw is that the sliding feature is very compact. I was worried I'd have to cut a slot out of my wall just so that it could work correctly, but since the slider is so compact, this saw would actually work really well with anyone who needs this saw to be really close to a wall just to help with space. To adjust the saw's angle, Ridgid put a single turn knob that can easily change the angle of your cut. As most miter saws do, this locks automatically at most of the common angles used to cut, and once you're at your desired angle, just twist the knob once and you're locked in place. For the back support fence, there's an orange knob on the back side to quickly adjust the fence back and forth. This is the same on both sides. On the right side, there's also an Allen key wrench that'll be used to change out your blades so that you don't need any extra tools for that. Out of the box, this saw is pretty square, but if you notice that it's not, there's a bunch of adjustment screws on the front end of the base to easily adjust your saw to make the perfect cut. Now let's get to one major issue that I've found, which is the dust collection. I noticed that inside of the dust collection port there are two bars inside. I'm not sure why they are there, or if there's a specific function for them, but to me that seemed like it would just be in the way, but let's actually try it out and see what happens. I'll attach the included dust port adapter to get the shop vac hooked up. Unfortunately, my camera did not record me making a few cuts on a 2x6, but here's what it looks like right after making those cuts. Even with the vacuum on, this seemed to be a whole lot of dust all around the saw, and then I noticed the dust port was completely clogged just after a few cuts. After noticing this, I decided to clean up the whole area and had a brilliant idea of getting a hole saw that fits perfectly in the dust port and cut out those bars. Once it was all cut out, you could see how much sawdust got clogged in that port, and remember, I only did about 6 cuts until it clogged up this bad. Here's what it looks like after I cut those bars out. Hopefully after doing that, it should stop this from clogging up so easily, so let's test this out real quick. And as you can see, there's a whole lot less dust surrounding the saw, and it didn't clog up at all, so I think that solved the only issue that I have seen with this saw. I know that dust collection on miter saws is not the greatest regardless of the brand, so I'd suggest heading to a site like Shop Nation that sells adapters to help with dust collection. Overall, even with the slight adjustment I had to make, I would highly suggest getting this miter saw due to its compact design and nice features that it offers, especially before they fully discontinue it and sell out in stores. I really appreciate you watching this video, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and liking this video, as I'll be uploading a lot more fun beginner DIY videos as well as a bunch more reviews. Thanks again for watching. Take care!